Okay then, hello everybody and welcome to this one. We are about to get underway for this. Should be a fun one today. It's Monaco, not known for its amazing, not known for its amazing racing, but it is known for quite a few crashes and a lot of mistakes, and that is what we'll be looking out for today, especially in this quali session, as TQ is the first person to pull out of the pits. Yeah, Beaurivage now. TQ, Arrows and Fever currently out, and is that Jake? No, it's Dayjuice coming out the pits now as well, along with what looks like Lewiski. Yes, it is Lewiski as well. So a lot of drivers coming out the pits. TQ will be the first person to complete his lap, though. They've got to be very, very careful on this outlap. They've got to make sure that they do not crash into anything on their way round. If they do, they will not be in a good situation. Now then, TQ coming onto his lap now through the final corner, down the curve, straight into turn one. That's a very good turn one. He's just got to watch himself, though. He doesn't want to crash. And now dropping down into Mirabeau. And that's a very, very nice corner there. Now into the hairpin. He should be in gear 1 round there, interesting. So he's decided to stay one gear higher than what he should be. But he's still having a decent lap at the moment, is TQ. Now into the only section of track where you can really get a track limits warning, and he's managed to invalidate his lap. We're not expecting many of those invalidations, unless you do hit a wall, then it's easier to invalidate. But not expecting too many of those, and somehow people have managed to do it. We've got a yellow flag. I think Dayjuice was going too slowly through the hairpin, and they were expecting it to be the game decided to bring out a yellow. Where is Lemons? Lemons is not here for some reason. I don't know why, but Lemons not here today as Arrow spins. Arrows is fine though. He decides to reverse into a wall, but no front wing damage. He'll go again next lap. He's just going to make sure he doesn't block anyone. As Night Fever does a 12.4, he can definitely go faster than that. We're expecting about 2 seconds faster than that, so we'll see. Lewiski set purple sector 2. TQ still on his lap. Dayjuice invalidated his lap, and it was going to be very slow anyway. Will be Lewiski, next person to cross the line. What will it be for the Alpine driver? And it's a 10.5. That's a very nice time indeed there. Very, very good. That is a very nice time for Lewiski. He will be happy with that. It's all about track position, remember, at Monaco. So Night Fever was actually on the mediums. I didn't realise that. So that explains some of the time lost there, but not all of it. And now Dayjuice coming through the tunnel. And TQ has done a 9.1. That's a beautiful time from him. Absolutely amazing. How has he done a lap so good? I do not know, but he has, and that is absolutely amazing. Love you, Mac, too. Love you too, Mac. Love you, Mac, too, yes. Mac, go do your race. Stop annoying us. As TQ crossed the line, he gets a 12.0. Likely taps the wall there. Has he got any damage? No, he's fine. Cuba crosses the line, goes up into second place. Second person to be under the 10-second mark. There's still 8 tenths off the lead. QWERTY's just started his flying lap. Jake just about to finish his. What time will it be? Can he go ahead of his teammate? We'll have to wait and see as he comes through the final corner now. Activates the DRS, goes up the gears round this curved straight, and he goes up into 3rd place. That's a very nice time from Jake there. Lewiski gets given a 5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking. The game thinks he's blocking Hypes, and he's been given a penalty for it. Harvey podium, interesting. Interesting take. As QWERTY now about to finish his lap. What time will it be for the Mercedes driver? His teammate currently sitting in pole. We know how fast QWERTY is. His race pace and consistency lets him down. What time will it be? He goes into 4th place. Academy gang. Good result for VRA yesterday. It was a sloppy race, but they got the result they needed. Arrows just going around the very, very slow hairpin now. Now dropping back down the hill again. You can see how much they have to just accelerate, then stop, accelerate, stop, accelerate, stop. So they're really having to work themselves here, especially the ones on the wheels. They're going to be knackered by the end of this, especially with how hot it is in England. The English drivers are going to be struggling a lot. They're going to be constantly off, on. Their feet are going to be dead. And he touched the wall, does Arrows, but he's fine. He spun there the last time he tried a flying lap. He's got through it this time. It's going to be an awful time from him, though. Look at that. He's already in the 5, 6, 7, 8. He's already slower than TQ, Cuba, Jake. He's already slower than everyone. And he crosses the line. What time will it be? It's a 14.9. He can definitely improve, but that is a not very good time from him. Hypes then on a lap currently. And in the slipstream off the car ahead. I believe that is Lewiski. I don't actually know. As he gets past there, very nicely being let through. I believe by Lewiski actually. And Hypes now coming into the final sector. Through the section right next to the bay. As he now comes through Raskas. Very nicely indeed. Now through the final corner here. Very awkward. He gets it through very nicely. Activates the DRS. Across the line, he goes 4th place. Not what we expected from Hypes, actually. Expecting more from him, but still a good time. Jake has improved. Jake has improved to a 9.3, so that's a very nice time from Jake there. Whiskey also going to try and improve. Arrows down in time at the moment. Yes, Mac, Arrows is racing. Really sorry if I'm yawning, I'm just knackered at the moment. Don't know what's going on. Oh, he touched the wall there, does Lewiski. That's not very good at all. He's going to have to pull into pits surely at the end of this lap. Yeah, he slowed right down. He's going to pull into pits and get himself done. As he's actually blocking someone. Are they on a lap? No, Hypes was not on a lap. That's lucky for Lewiski. Otherwise, he definitely would have got penalised even more than the game's even done. So he's got a bit lucky there. Night Fever on the lap at the moment. Trying to get through nice and safe. At the moment, his time is not competitive at all. He's going to have to improve by quite a bit. Taking it really conservatively, actually. It is only Q1, obviously, so you don't need to absolutely smash out a lap. All you need is really... Lots of people are just using this as practice. Lewiski, though, is out. I did not realise that. Lewiski is crashed. At Raskas, he will not be competing in the next part of quali. He will be starting in P15. Harvey on his outlap at the moment. That will please the VRA guys in the chat. Night Fever did improve. He goes to a 10.9. Both Alfa Romeos on that then at the moment. well, not on, lap, on an out lap at the moment, getting ready to start their laps. Harvey much, much further along. And now he comes to the final corner. I'll let you guys enjoy this lap. He's invalidated it. Unfortunately for him, he has invalidated the lap. So I have to go again. Smithy on his lap as well. Harvey's teammate. Smithy said earlier on he could win the championship. We'll have to wait and see. Because at the moment, Hypes has got a 53-point lead. Absolutely ridiculous. Even if he was to crash out of the next 2 races, and the same person was to win and get fastest lap, he'd still be in the lead of the championship. It's an absolutely gigantic lead that they have to cut down here. Smithy then about to cross the line, activating the DRS, getting up the gears, round this curved straight. He goes, I'm into 3rd place. That's a wonderful time from Smithy. Hoover currently up on his time by 1.6 seconds in Sector 1. In Sector 2, sorry. In Sector 1. Oh, but he's hit the inside of the wall there. He won't be happy with that. Arrows has left for some reason or another. He'll probably rejoin in a second, you would think. Deju's currently on a lap, trying to improve from that 12 flat. Can he get any better here as he now comes through the tunnel? Oh, as he taps the inside, that's not what he would have wanted. Now down the hill quite sharply into the Nerval chicane. He gets around that very nicely, very fast as well. And now coming through into the final sector here. He's 7 tenths up, sets a purple sector 2 in the process. What can Dejus do here? Now coming into Raskas. Wonderful and tight, but too tight. He was too tight to the wall, took too many risks, and he's paid for it. Smithy has retired, he's happy with his lap. Harvey and Dejus, I think, the only people who are going to go for another lap. Harvey now coming into the final sector. What's the time looking like? It's a purple sector 2 for Harvey. Looking very, very nice indeed. He taps the wall just there. He's got to watch himself. Oh, he does exactly what Dejus does. And he is going to have to go again, as people are now retiring very quickly. Harvey struggling at the moment. He took Raskas too tight. And imagine what he could have done if he hadn't done that. That would have lost him a whole second, that. At least a second, that clipping the edge and just managing to save it. He would have been on pole. He would have been fastest in Q1. But unfortunately for him, he was not. But it's still a very strong time that will be striking fear into people. Pigs is retired. So we're expecting everyone else to retire now as well. So Dejus has pulled in and decided to retire. Travisall just coming out actually, so he is just going to get himself going. Him and Harvey deciding to cut the Nerval chicane there. Harvey has pulled into pit, so it's only Chavashul now out on the track. What can he do here? Where can he put that McLaren? Will it be ahead of his highly tipped teammate? Or will it be behind? We've not got much time left in this session now. Only about 3 minutes. Arrows has left again. Yeah, we've got 2 minutes left of the session, so not much time left. But what we do know is that Lewiski will be out of this quali, and he'll be starting in P15 no matter what. P14 actually, because there's only 14 drivers here. Now Chavashul coming through into the final sector. It's not purple for him, so he's not looking at one of the top times. But he is looking pretty fast at the moment, is Chavashul. You can tell he's on a controller though, because of all of the erratic hand movements that his in-game character's doing. He's about to cross the line. What time will it be? He goes up into 8th place. Night Fever has come out as well. They're just kind of using this as a practice. Come on, Barney, keep up. We've only got a minute left in Q1 then before we head out into Q2, the one that decides what tyres these guys are starting on, and then we will be looking at Q3, the one that decides the grid. But Q2 will also decide the grid for 3 of the drivers, Dejuice, Arrows and Plays. It would be as it stands, but it might not be when it comes to the end of Q2. We'll have to wait and see. 3 people will be eliminated. We'll be left with the top 10 at the end of Q3. By the end of Q2, sorry, we'll be left with 10 people, and then Q3 will be deciding who gets themselves on top. Night Fever on his lap. He's only slightly up, so struggling to gain time in Sector 1. Night Fever, can he gain more time in Sector 2? Have to wait and see. As there's really, really weird lighting as you head into the tunnel there. Don't know whether that's a glitch from the game or something, but it doesn't look great as Q1 is now over. He's going to have to wait for Night Fever to cross the line. This is just a practice for him, really. They're taking that corner so much slower than they can. It's really weird, that. But I guess it is Q1. You don't want to crash out, so just relaxing. And he's retired from the session. So Lewiski is the only person set in stone here. He'll be starting in P14. Everyone else is still to play for. We'll have to wait and see who comes out on top in this quali. It's TQ, Jake, Smithy. Well, TQ and Jake, really, with the upper hand at the moment. Harvey can definitely get faster after that colossal mistake. And watch out for Lewiski during the race. You wish I did tier 2, do you? Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah. Can't do that, mate, unfortunately. I can't make the time. And you'll get a week's break from me next week. You'll get to say goodbye from me for a week, and then I'll be back one last time, and then I won't be commentating for this again, unfortunately, unless I suddenly can again. But yeah, only 2 more streams you have to put up for me with, and then you can get rid of me. As a Red Bull's already leaving the garage, so that will be pigs. Going out the pits first is Pigs, and then it is Arrows behind him. Those 2 deciding the softs is the right plan. They want to start high up. Yeah, Harvey is definitely through. You're guaranteed through as long as you didn't crash out. So, yeah. Pigs coming through the tunnel now dropping down into Nerval chicane. Although it is only his outlap, that's a very nice Nerval chicane there. A little bit of a twitch, but very nice. And remember, this will decide the order for the... This will decide what tyres, these guys are starting on. And what's happened to Dayjuice there? That's really weird. Just stopped. He's not lost any front wing, just stops on track for some reason as he understeers into a wall. And now Pigs coming through turn 1. Takes that very, very nicely indeed. And now going to fly up the hill towards the next couple corners. These corners very, very easy to spin on. Especially this one here. Very weird exit. You've got to take a really weird line down the hill to make sure you're fast. But he's done that very, very nicely so far, has Pigs. Been a dark horse in qualifying moment so far this season, Pigs. But he's let himself down in the race more often than not. Can this be the time where he won't let himself down, get a good quali, and then also get a good race? Ooh, as he goes a little bit deep into the Nerval chicane there. Has to really slam on the brakes, almost had to stop to get round. But he managed to get round. Obviously purple sectors because he's the first person to complete those sectors. Because he's the first person out. Now coming into Rascasse. Is he going to do a Harvey? Oh, he taps the front end, not the rear end. And very wide last corner there. Almost as wide as you can possibly take it. Interesting decision. He goes to a 10.3. We should be able to see that time beaten decently easily, unfortunately, for him. As Arrows pulls into the pits because he has invalidated. So then Hype's about to start his lap. Just coming through now. Harvey about to complete his lap. Just on the mediums now. About to complete it. Yes. Oh, that's a wonderful time. On the medium compound tyre, Harvey's done a 109.2. That was almost the fastest time in Q1. And that's on the worst compounded tyre. That's ridiculous. That's amazing. Cuba about to cross the line. He goes a second slower. After Cuba set that kind of time on the softs in Q1. That's an amazing time from Harvey. Night Fever has completed his lap as well. I think we're behind on him. That's really weird. It's coming into the Nerval chicane now. It's a wonderful chicane from him. It's... Oh, we tapped both walls, unfortunately for him. He's fine, though. Might have sped him up. Now comes through Rascasse. Takes a safer line through it. Now tight into the final corner. Slams on the power. Goes up the gears. What time would it be? And it's slower than Harvey, but faster than his Q1 time. I think that one was more conservative there. Plays across the line. Goes to 6th place, just ahead of his teammates. And Smithy gets ahead of Cuba on the medium compound tyre. And Jake can't quite beat Harvey there. Jake very, very close to beating him, but just can't quite manage it. TQ, we saw what he could do on those softs in Q1. Can he repeat that and get himself onto provisional pole? He's on the worst strategy here, interestingly. So he's got to try and pull away quite quickly. Obviously, overtakes come few and far between here. But it's very, very weird that for some reason, just nothing really be able to happen for TQ. If he's on that tyre and he invalidates after hitting the wall. So that strategy going to be very, very weird, and for Hypes as well. Very risky. If it works, it's going to work really well. If it doesn't, they're going to crash and burn, really. Oh, as Dayjuice hits the wall, he's lucky to not have any damage there. He now comes into the tunnel. The slightly kinked tunnel here. Oh, as he gets very squirmy through the tunnel, and his car has been ghosted. Must have damaged his front wing even more, and he will probably be pulling into pits at the end of this lap. Chavashul on the medium compound tyre. That's a risky move from Chavashul. He didn't seem too fast in the first quali, but maybe he is confident and going to try and get himself through on the mediums. He can always switch to the softs if not, because track position matters above all else here at Monaco. As he gets a purple sector 2 though, looking good for Chavashul at the moment. Could he put this car on provisional pole? We'll have to wait and see. If he can retire and be like, yeah, I'm happy with that. And he will be fine as he now gets up the gears with the DRS. No, he's in 8th place. That wasn't a great time from him there. He will want to improve massively. TQ is invalidated again. He's going to pull into the pits. Going to be a shambles. You can't do Monaco. No, Hypes, you can do in Monaco because you're currently in 3rd place. So, and you hit the wall twice on that lap. So don't lie to yourself. Who was that who just jumped up the order? That was Plays. That's a wonderful lap from Plays. Up to P5. Not what I was expecting. You are on the softs, but I'm sure you'll be fine during... I'm sure you'll be fine. Anyway, one bad race won't really affect you with the championship, will it? Chavashul invalidated again. He won't be happy with himself at the moment. He was improving and obviously now just not. Arrow's heading onto his lap. What time will it be for the Williams driver here? We'll stay on board with him for the whole lap unless something massive happens. And now getting up the gears. Up Beau Rivage now. Will we be able to see a Vettel Gasly moment or an Evans Da Costa moment? That would be wonderful. Up there. We'll have to wait and see. As Arrow's now trying to go calmly through these corners. You push too hard at Monaco, you're in a wall. If you don't push enough, you'll be extremely slow. There's a very, very tight line to ride here at Monaco. Even tighter than normal. If normally it's like a tightrope, this is an elastic band. As now Arrows comes through into the final sector. Sets a purple sector 2. Oh, invalidates. Oh, and he hits Night Fever as well. Night Fever getting in the way. Because Night Fever is disconnected. He puts Night Fever in a wall. Which I think is fair enough. Arrows now restarting his lap and going again. But while that happens, Dejuice also on his lap just further along. Just coming to the end of Sector 1 there. And he's set a purple Sector 1. So looking fast at the moment is Dejuice. Love this shot here. It's absolutely wonderful. You get to see 4 or 5 corners in one thing. Absolutely beautiful. And but Dejuice has managed to invalidate his lap. Oh, Arrows goes very wide there. He won't be happy with that. Got to watch himself here as Arrows. Cuba's on his lap as well now. So is TQ. He sets a purple sector 1, so TQ looking fast. Oh, I think I know why Arrows is quite slow. He's got no front wing. Something must happen to Arrows because he's got absolutely no front wing. He's just got a nose. So he'll have to pull into the pits now and get that sorted. That means that Cuba will be the next person to cross the line then. Slightly up on his time at the moment. Can he improve any more in Sector 3? We'll have to wait and see. As he activates the DRS, gets up the gears towards the line. What time will it be for Cuba? He improves. He goes up one more position. By 3/10 he improves there. That's absolutely beautiful from Cuba. Get himself up into P4. TQ about to cross the line. What will it be for the Mercedes driver? It's the way. Oh, that's beautiful. That's amazing lap there from him. On the mediums, goes ahead of Harvey. And that's just amazing lap. Really is. Arrows has admitted defeat then to the track. He has decided that he has given up. And he will most likely be starting in P13. Because I would think that QWERTY is going to set a lap time. That means that only 2 people then are gonna be eliminated. So that will help them out a lot. At the moment, it would be Dejuice and QWERTY being eliminated along with Arrows. But that should change when they both set lap times. QWERTY about to do that as he now comes through Sector 3. He gets a purple Sector 2, looking very good through the swimming pool chicane there. And now coming into Raskas. Takes it nicely, as tight as you can without tapping that rear wheel. And again, nice and tight. Doing really well at the moment is QWERTY. What time would it be? He goes into 8th place. It's not the time he would have wanted. Must have made some mistakes in Sector 1. Or a mistake, really. He's not far off everyone else there. Look at the time difference between Smithy and QWERTY. There's 5 hundredths in it, and that's 2 whole places. That's ridiculous. Hello, Turner Harley. Welcome, welcome. Chavashul also on a lap at the moment. He's trying to save himself here. Still on the medium, so still really wants to get through on these. And if he doesn't, he will be starting in P11 or 12. Dejuice is coming out of the pits now. He will be setting a lap in a second. Chavashul invalidates. He's got to watch himself here as Chavashul. He's making a habit out of invalidating. And it seems like it's only going to be the bottom 5, that are going to try and save themselves here. Everyone else thinks they're fine. Because Plays and QWERTY, well, QWERTY's just pulled into pits, so it's the bottom 4 now. Plays has decided, no, I'm not coming in, I'm not coming out. Interesting strategy, as Chavashul has retired. He has given up as well. So it's all about what Night Fever and Dejuice can do. If they both improve, Pigs is in trouble as well. So Pigs has now got to improve, which could push QWERTY down. We'll have to wait and see. Pigs will be the first person to complete a lap. Pigs now starting a lap. What will it be for him? QWERTY's retired. He has given up. He just going to leave it in the hands of the gods now as Pigs do fly in. That Red Bull's going to try and save himself here. Chavashul also, leaving it to the hands of the gods. And now Pigs got to push. He's got to push, not set lap time, but to get back round. He's not got any wing damage, but he has knocked himself about a bit and is a second down. So he's got to get round now. He's got 50 seconds to do so. Should be easy enough time. But if he makes another mistake, it might be just too much time. Dejuice sets purple Sector 1. Night Fever did not. Night Fever in 11th place at the moment. Dejuice trying the medium still. In 12th. Night Fever now coming through the tunnel section. What can he do here? He will most likely not actually be able to set another lap. This might be... It's going to be touch and go. This is probably going to be his last attempt, though. So he's got to make it count. Here does Night Fever. And, yeah, it will be his last attempt here. So he's got to push. And he's got to make this the best lap it can be. And it's just not going to be. He's already almost at his time. And Night Fever... Oh, wait, no, he's not. Sorry, that was him about to cross the line. For some reason, Night Fever is glitched. He's gone up into 7th. Now, Pigs... No, because Dejuice has failed. So Pigs can relax. Pigs can relax. He will be through. Chavashul, unfortunately for him, will not. And Dejuice and Arrows are going with Chavashul. Down, down, down. Pigs doesn't need to complete this lap here. He could just pull into the pit to save those tyres, but I'm pretty sure he will just do it for the fun of it, as he actually makes a mistake there, so he's just going to bump over the curb. This lap is invalidated. That's a good thing that Dejuice didn't manage to set a time then, isn't it? And yeah, he pulls into pits. And they'll be able to get underway for Q3. TQ, Harvey, Jake, Cuba, Smithy, Plays, QWERTY, all going to be starting on the medium compound tyre. Pigs, Night Fever and Hypes all going to be starting on the soft. They're going to be at the disadvantage. the other guys all with the advantage, who will be able to come out on top here. If you guys have any predictions for the race and for Q3, please put them in the chat. We can have a little discussion in this little bit of downtime we're going to get. It's a shame for Chavashul, Dayjuice and Arrows. They're just going to have to sit and watch now for the final part of quali. Join Lewinsky, eating some popcorn and watching this amazing battle for pole position that is about to take place. It's mainly going to be TQ versus Harvey and Jake. TQ versus Harvey versus Jake, actually. Those three look to be the fastest guys out there. And then it's probably going to be a battle for fourth between Hypes, Cuba, Smithy, and possibly even Night Fever, but I don't actually think Night Fever because he is he's on the softs and has just managed to get within there, so probably not him. Maybe Plays actually will be able to get himself involved, and QWERTY as well. Unfortunately for Night Fever and Pigs, I think they're going to be bringing up the rear of the top 10. Nah, Hypes, you're not going to spin. Come on. Come on, man. You'll be fine. I believe. Can we move on to the next quali then? Thanks, Blitz, for that comment as well. That's very, very nice. Thank you a lot. Hypes, yeah, you're not going to spin, mate. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I believe. There's no way the leader of the championship by 53 points is going to spin at Monaco, of all places. There's barely enough room to spin the car. Knowing Hypes' luck, they'll probably just part the Red Sea for him. Like, at turn 1, all of the guys ahead of him are probably just going to crash into each other. He's just going to get through nice and easily, knowing him. Knowing Arrow's luck, he's going to somehow get clipped at... someone's going to hit him off at the final corner on the final lap, probably. Right, we're moving on. Come on. Let's get this Q3 going on. Look at all of these incidents here. Look at all of them. So many invalidated lap times and so many warnings for, like, the pit lane infringements. That's ridiculous. So many invalidated lap times. That just shows, even on a track like Monaco, where it's only like really 2 corners that you can invalidate a time, they've managed to do it many times. Oh, okay. Lewinsky, hurry up, matey. Ollie up, Lewinsky. Woo. And again, if you have any predictions, put them in the chat. We can have a little bit of discussion while we are waiting. Pigs on pole in his first race win of the season. Interesting, Pigs. He's got confidence. He's got confidence. Harvey for pole, interesting. He is a 10th off TQ though, so will that will come into play. He is not currently quite on the pace, so we'll see. We'll see. Pigs, if you get pole position, I don't know, that would be Harvey to spin. Yeah, no, I predict that as well. I predict that every single time I see you race Harvey. Oh, that's interesting. Hypes or TQ for pole, and both of them on the podium with Plays and Night Fever P3. Interesting. Interesting. Well, he's going with your theory, Harvey. He's going with your theory that you're going to spin. You see? Blitz a nice guy. Blitz a nice guy. He said that Westy with the awesome commentary, so I like him. So his opinion is correct. Yeah. I'm really, really sorry about this. Ridiculously long wait, guys. I'm so sorry. Just still waiting. We should be able to get this one in. Well, knowing Harvey at the moment, he won't win the next one. Come on, what's going on? What's going on? I'm pressing A as hard as I can. What's going on? What is going on? Yeah. What is going on? What is going on? Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. It's taking an age. What is going on? Come on, come on. By the time you guys have finished spamming him, you're gonna... He hasn't readied up. Why does everyone have to ready up now? I'm sure it used to be that one person readies up and you all go. Like, why isn't that the same now? Like, come on. Hey! Yes! Yes! Finally! Finally! Seriously? That took an absolute age, but we're about to start the race. Oh, let's go. Woohoo! Not the race, actually. Q3, I forgot about that. We're about to start Q3. I thought we were about to start the race there. It's taken so long. Thought it was going to be the race. But it's Q3. We're about to get underway for that. He's just said sorry in the chat. He didn't know, and yeah. He was pooing. That's interesting. Everyone immediately comes out the pits. So it's going to be... Who's first out then? Harvey. Harvey's first out. Will the first person out the pits be the pole position sitter? Or will they be? Will it be the bad luck charm for Harvey? As most of this season has been. Whoa! Oh! Is that Fever? Yeah, Fever's getting bashed around there by Smithy. Luckily, Fever's not got any damage. Harvey Nater. Seriously? Seriously? Everybody on an outlap except from Pigs. Everyone trying to get a lap done as fast as they physically can. Oh, he's letting Smithy through. That's interesting. He's sat in gear 2. Maximum revs, letting his teammate through. Here we go then. They're about to get underway for this, their first lap of this quali. Every single driver is out on track. They're probably going to see some kind of blocking in terms of people on slow laps, but they should be fine. They'll probably find some traffic, but they'll be fine. Won't they? Smithy on his fast lap now. Go on board with him as he does this. A wonderful little section there through the casino. And obviously it's purple sector 1. He's the first person to complete a lap this session. First person to complete a sector, actually. Did Harvey get... Yeah, Harvey stole it off him. We'll see actually who steals it off who. Play steals it off Harvey. Does Night Fever steal it off? No. Did QWERTY steal it? No. So at the moment it's Plays with the purple sector 1. Hypes has already invalidated his lap. He won't be feeling too good with that. Harvey looking good through that chicane there. Smithy looking exquisite at the moment, but then invalidates his lap. That's commentator's curse for you. I'm very sorry, Smithy, but he'll have to go again. So it will be Harvey, the first person to complete a lap. He's at purple sector 2. What time will it be for Harvey then? As he comes through the final corner, activates the DRS, gets up the gears. What will it be for Harvey? Oh, and it's a wonderful time from Harvey at 8.555. That's amazing. That's a beautiful time from him. As Plays had an invalid lap, and it was very slow as well. QWERTY the same. Fever the same. Jake, next person to cross the line, activates the DRS, gets up the gears. What will it be for Jake? Oh, and it's a 9.7, so nowhere near as good. As Fever sets an 11.3, so not fast at all for him. As Cuba goes into the 8s as well, so looking fast. TQ is definitely not on a push lap. As, yeah, he's set a very slow lap time. I could probably even beat that one. Smithy on his fast lap. Oh no, he's done it again. Same corner, he's done it again. He's going to have to go once again. No, he's not. He's pulling into pits this time. Sensible decision from a sensible man. QWERTY now. About to cross the line. He activates the DRS. Gets up the gears. Cross the line. Goes into 3rd. He's just outside the 8s there. Just within the 9s. But looking very good indeed at the moment. Jake was about to cross the line, but he invalidated. Still about to cross the line, but not nearly as good. TQ, 6 seconds up at the moment. Surely he's improved much more. Yes, he has, but not as fast as Harvey. That is interesting. So TQ, even with that extra preparation lap, is behind Harvey there. Hype's about to cross the line. What would it be? Oh, that's a very slow lap. He's just starting his then, as he did another warm-up lap. Pig's also on a lap now as well. He is going to be the first person to complete his out of the people who haven't done a proper lap yet. Jake, though, on a lap. QWERTY would have been on a lap. Night Fever also would have been on a lap, but not. So Jake also not on lap for some reason. So I thought he would have gone on to another one, but apparently not. Plays and Smithy now coming out the pits as well. You complaining about the bit rate? Probably. It's on the default, mate, so yeah. It's going alright, Razzie. It's going alright. Pigs do fly now. Coming through the final corner. Activating the DRS. Gets up the gears. What would it be for Pigs? Oh, that's last. Except from Hypes, but Hypes didn't do a proper lap. Smithy about to get onto his lap then. Harvey also on an out lap at the moment. Oh, okay. He might have been being normal. Just the massive amount of O's in so is makes it seem very sarcastic. Oh, Smithy goes very wide through Mirabeau and manages to catch the wall. So this lap is a botched one for Smithy here. Blaze's lap not going too much better. He struggled through Casino Square there. And he's struggling through Mirabeau as well. So, not looking like a great lap from Blaze. Higgs is up, but he did cut a corner. So Harvey will be crossing the line to start his lap then. He will be the next person to start a lap. And the next person to complete a lap as well. Because Smithy and Blaze not really on proper laps because Blaze just cut middle. And Smithy on a slow one here. As he's about to cross the line now. Activates the DRS. Getting up the gears. Yeah, it's a slow one from Smithy. Made quite a few mistakes. So Harvey will be the next person to complete a proper lap. Is that rain I see? Was that some rain? Or is that just the reflection of the buildings on the very shiny car? You know, I think that was rain. We don't have to tell when it's this light. So let me go on to another car. I don't know what it is. It might be a reflection off buildings, which is possible. Because it is getting darker. I don't think there's any rain at the moment. I'm trying to look. I don't think it is rain at the moment. I think it's lights. Harvey goes even faster, though. While we're talking about rain, Harvey's absolutely smashed it. His teammate smashed the car. Smithy has retired, so will probably be starting in P10. But his teammate has smashed the lap to 108.4. Oh, Hypes has smashed his car as well. Harvey also smashing his car. The trend at the moment, apparently. TQ, though, currently up. He was up in Sector 2. He said a purple Sector 2. What will it be for the Mercedes driver here, then? Activates the DRS, gets up the gears. What kind of time can he put in? Oh, but it's not enough. He actually doesn't improve. It's really hard to tell whether it's rain or not, I have to say. Really hard. But with the amount of crashes that just happened from some of the best drivers on the grid, I'm inclined to think it is. I am inclined to think it is rain, and Hypes is going to have to pull into the pits. He might qualify there now because he's got to pull into pits, change a wing, and get back out. He's got to pick up the pace if he wants it to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, as Jake's gone spinning as well. It must be rain, or these guys are just pushing so much harder. That's also a possibility. It is rain. There's rain on the camera. It is raining here at Monaco. Could we have a wet race here? Could we have a wet race? It is raining. It's confirmed. TQ also pulling in. They all know now they're not going to improve. They know it. Play's still trying to go for it. Hype's also trying to. Hype's thinking, I might as well try. But Plays, he hasn't set lap time yet. So he's just going to keep going. He's going to see what he can do here. And yes, it definitely is rain. Getting up the gears now. Into the tunnel section. Going up the hill slightly, then down it again. Coming sharply down into Nerval chicane. Very weird braking zone that, especially if you don't have ABS on. That you struggle through there. Now cutting through into the final sector. What time can Plays put together here? Can he get himself up high in the standings? He needs this. He really does. This would help him out a lot in... No, he knows. He knows he's not going to improve. Pigs is up on his time at the moment. Pigs, no, he's pulling in. Right then, this will most likely be the end then. Unfortunately, this will most likely be the end of quali. As Hype's still trying to improve on his lap time. He's not going to get higher than Smithy, unfortunately for him. He's got a wing damage. He's got wing damage, so He's going to struggle. So it's not looking good for Hypes. He needed that banker lap, and he didn't get that. And it is the end of quali now. Hype's the only man left out on track. Still trying to salvage something. But remember, he's still got that 53-point lead in the championship, so still looking good. He would have wanted to be further up the field to start the race, but he's still got a gigantic lead in a championship that's actually quite short. At the end of this race, we will be halfway through the championship, believe it or not. Unless Hypes can pull something massive out the bag, which he can't. Hypes is on pole then. Not Hypes, sorry, Harvey on pole then. Harvey will be starting on pole with TQ right beside him. Unfortunately for Harvey, his teammate is much further back than he would have wanted. But he's still got that pole position. And most people at Monaco start on pole, win the race. So he should be looking good here. TQ second, Cuba third, QWERTY fourth. Mercedes looking very strong. Jake fifth, Fever sixth, Pig seventh, Smithy eighth, Hypes ninth, Plays 10th, Chavashul is in 11th. It's Dayjuice in 12th, and it is Arrows in P13. And finally, we have the Whiskey in P14, bringing up the rear. Right then, who's going to win this one? Who can come out on top here at Monaco? 39 laps. These guys are going to be in pain for 39 laps now. Let's see. I did see the rain, actually. I did. I don't know if you're talking to Hypes or not, but I did see the rain. I did point it out. Right then, they're all getting their strategy ready, getting their fuel loads ready to start this race then. Who can get the win here at Monaco? We'll have to wait and see who can win race 5 of 10. Who can do this? We will have to see. Will it be who we expect? Or will it be Harvey? Will it be TQ? Could TQ make a dive down into turn 1? Remember though, no heroics into Sandovot will be in the back of their heads. They don't want to make any mistakes on lap 1. You don't want your race ruined after not even a corner. It's not raining anymore. That's a shame. Unfortunately, it is no longer raining. On the formation lap then. 14 drivers line up on the grid. Lewiski's already out. Look at that. That's a visual glitch. That's a visual glitch and a half. Look at that. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. That's absolutely amazing. We've got 4 people disqualified. Their tire's going to be absolutely freezing. But the Whiskey currently has 3 wheels. He is driving on 3 wheels. The other one is just attached to the tethers and flying back in his face. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. That's one of the best glitches I've seen. And you know what? It's a welcome glitch. I like it. I like it. It keeps me entertained. As long as it only happens once in a while. That's amazing. That is... Do you think he can see it? If he can see it, he'll be really irritated. But it's funny for us. That is just amazing. Yeah, you can see it off board as well. Luckily the halo's there, eh? That is so funny. That is so funny. That's just amazing. If it carries on during the race, that's going to be so weird. If he touches the wall, I'm going to think he's out of the race. Let's hope it fixes. But that's amazing. As he bumbles to the grid with his 3/4 of a car. Alright, Len, let's get this underway. And we're off for this Monaco Grand Prix for F1ABEEZ Tier 1. Who's going to lead down into turn 1? It's going to be Harvey. Harvey in the lead down into turn 1. QWERTY trying to go around the outside. QWERTY's almost out of the race there. Got very lucky not to be out. He must have a truckload of damage though, down into P7. Night Fever in P14. I think that's a glitch. Yes, it is. Night Fever actually currently in P8, I believe. Jake also glitching. There's a lot of glitching going on with the positions, but we're fine. It's still going on. He's still got that. Is anyone going to make a move? Oh, yes, they are. Deju's going for a move. Up into P9, gets past place. That's a wonderful send. Let you see their tyres. Anyone try and go for a move down into Nervo chicane? TQ and Harvey possibly? No. Jake on to Cuba? No. Hype's defending nicely from Smithy. Hype's has got himself on P5. He's doing very well at the moment after people making mistakes. Oh, as QWERTY hits the wall. QWERTY's hit the wall. And he will not be feeling too good now. He's completely lost his front wing. Wow. He's not going to be happy with that. Obviously sets fastest lap. He's the only person to complete a lap so far. Hypes makes a mistake then. Hypes has made a mistake. He's dropped the position. Trying to hold on to Dejuice now. Can he hold on to that position? Up, Beau Rivage. Yes, he can. He's held on to the position. Dejuice backed out. It's a wonderful move from Hypes. Up, Beau Rivage. Absolutely amazing. I asked if we were going to see a Beau Rivage move, and we have seen a Beau Rivage move. Someone's causing a yellow flag. There's Dejuice. Dejuice has spun. Oh, he's completely lost his front wing now. Trying to get yourself turned back round at Monaco is very hard to do. And now Dejuice is, unfortunately for him, going to have the same problem as QWERTY. No front wing problem. Lewiski's still only on 3 wheels. Unbeknownst to himself. As he sends a move on Chavishul down into Nervo chicane. And Chavishul has to cut the corner to avoid him. Hype's going to try and make a move on Pigs. He's seen a move. He's going to have to go round the outside into Raskas. He outbreaks him. Can he make the move happen? It looks like it at the moment. Can he hold round the outside? No, he can't. He has to back out. It's too tight through there to make that happen as Harvey sets another fastest lap now outside the DRS range of TQ. As he has to go round the outside again, does Hypes. Pigs defending amazingly. Maybe up Beau Rivage again, but no. Gets snap oversteer. And Lewiski pass plays as well. Lewiski absolutely smashing it at the moment. As Night Fever is in the pits. Sideways. Interesting situation to be in. Dejuice also had to pit, obviously, because of that massive wing damage. Will QWERTY get ahead of him? It will be... Yeah, he does get ahead of him, unfortunately for him. Night Fever now out of the pits. Must have got some damage. Just plays now being gobbled back up by the drivers. As Hype sends it into the tunnel. It's a wonderful move from Hype. So Pigs is probably going to come back at him. No, he's not. He's actually much further back than we've thought. Much further back. Probably internet issues not helping him there. As Cuba spins it. Cuba spinned it. In Sector 3 there. Luckily people can go through him. As Hype's now up to P5 again. Cuba finally gets himself back going again. But he's going to have to pit. Jake also in the pits now as well. Must lost some front wing there. Unfortunate for him. No safety car yet as well. Oh no, Cuba's missed the pit lane. Cuba's missed the pit lane. Surely he's going to retire. There's no way out of this. No, he's actually found a way out of it. Surprisingly. Night Fever has got such bad internet. He keeps on glitching up to the front. Someone has got to fix his internet, please. It's really, really irritating. Cuba actually somehow doesn't have any damage. He's got very lucky there, actually. Somehow, with no damage. Lewinsky still only on 3 wheels. Still unbeknownst to him, though, as well. He started in last place, up to 6th, just keeping himself out of trouble. Done very well so far. It's amazing he even gets any turning to the left. No, this is a step up from Lewis Hamilton, because Lewis Hamilton had he did have a wheel, he just didn't have a tyre. Lewinsky literally doesn't have the wheel. Yeah, no, it's not good. He keeps on glitching. Oh, Cuba touched the wall again. Cuba's not having a good time. Really struggling. Jake, though, catching arrows. Cuba pulls into pits now. Jake catching arrows. Night Fever not in the lead. It's a glitch again. Catching so fast. He's going to make a move up Beau Rivage. Can he make that happen? Surely not. But surely yes, says Jake. As he makes the move on arrows. I think arrows is in AI mode, actually. Arrow's not actually racing. Yeah, he's in AI, so he must have had to do something. Lewinsky still on his 3-wheel mobile. The Morgan 3-wheeler. Trying to catch up to Pigs and make a move on him. Can he make a move into Rascas, maybe? He might be close enough by then. If Pigs makes a little mistake here. Oh, yeah, Pigs does make a mistake there, but Lewinsky decides against trying to make a move. And he will be going for a turn 1 move, Will Lewinsky. But no, Pigs has pulled into pits. Harvey absolutely demolishing this race at the moment. 2 seconds in the lead. 6 laps in. He's not put a foot wrong, and he's absolutely smashing it. This is the point in the race where everyone decides to spread out a little bit more, unfortunately, so we're not going to see as many battles. But Jake and Pigs are going to be close to each other here. Arrows out of the race! Arrows has crashed turn 1, he's out of the race. Straight on, it seems. Must have got a snap of oversteer into the wall. And unfortunately for him, he is out. Will we have a safety car? Surely we have a safety car. Surely. Cuba pulls in. We must have a safety car. There's no way we don't. No safety car for that. That's ridiculous. Hypes gets a 3-second time penalty at Monaco. How has he done that? How on earth has he got himself a penalty at Monaco? Yeah, I don't think Hypes is going to be able to get himself a podium here today, unfortunately, and that's when the guys ahead of him crashes. Looks to be, at the moment, a double podium for Alfa Romeo. Their first of the season, that would be. Pigs catching up to Jake here. He's on much fresher and better compound tyre. Can he make the move down into turn 1, possibly? He's got the DRS. Can he make it happen? No, he's too far back. Catching pretty rapidly though in the corners, his Pigs. Getting very close to the back of Jake here. He's looking very strong, Pigs, but he's got to watch himself. Quite a bit of debris on the track though, actually, as well. Through that corner, there's a bit of stuff on the road. Make sure you don't get a puncture. All Jake has to do is not make a mistake here. It's so hard to overtake. All he's got to do is just not make a mistake, and Pigs won't be able to get through on him. And as soon as Pigs is through on him, he'll be able to make a move at Plays. So Plays will be hoping that Jake can keep him behind. Let's look at who's been the biggest winners and losers so far this race. Then, so Harvey and TQ staying in the exact same place they qualified in those positions, P1 and 2. Smithy up 5 places, Hypes up 5 places. Lewinsky up 9 after starting in last place. Chavashula up 5. Plays up 3. Jake down 3. Pigs down 2. QWERTY down 6. Dayjuice actually gaining 1. Or actually, no, he's not, has he? He's stayed in the same place. And Cuba is down 9. Night Fever down a few as well. How is Night Fever there? Has this game glitched him into 4th? No way his game's actually glitched him into 4th. There is no... phew, he hasn't. I was going to say, there's no way his game's glitched him, luckily, into 4th place. He hasn't. He's down into 12th. And, yeah, Dayjuice has gained 1 position since the start. Night Fever down 6. Cuba down 10 still. Fortunately for him. Pig's been given a 3-second time penalty. We saw him go off the track just there. That would have been one of the 3 warnings that gave him that 3-second time penalty. We won't be feeling too pleased about that. And Jake pulls into the pits. He's not happy on those tyres or needs another wing. And it looks to be the latter. Yes, it is. He needs another wing. Lewinsky still with a broken car, trying to chase Hypes down. Looking very good is Lewinsky actually at the moment. Really catching up to Hypes. Could get himself up into P5 and possibly then try and chase down Smithy. And Cuba, unfortunately for him, has already been lapped. It's a shame, but it means that it doesn't matter what happens now. He is always going to be coming last, pretty much. Might as well stick around though, just in case 3 people crash, then he'll get a point. Might as well. Now Lewinsky got the DRS, he gets a good exit, activates the ERS as well. Can make a move down into turn 1 and Hypes. No, just too far behind. Now pushing to his limit. Going to try and catch up through Beau Rivage. Possibly a move into Casino Square if he's feeling ballsy. No, he's not feeling ballsy. It's a wise decision though from Lewinsky there actually. Be a bit stupid to try and just dive a move there. He's just got to wait for the right opportunity. It will come, but he's just got to wait. If he sends it too early, that it will get damage, or Hypes will get damage, and it won't be good. Night Fever has also been lapped, so yeah, he's not looking too hot at the moment. That's why it says he's in P4 actually, because he's been lapped up to 3rd place at the moment. And we had a flag in sector 2. Who is that for? No one. No one, it seems. Yeah, that yellow flag was for absolutely nothing. Night Fever being lapped again and again and again. So he is now into possibly even last now, actually, when he finally gets returned back to his original position. Yeah, he's down into last. He actually got overtaken by Cuba there. Lewinsky lost time during that lapping, unfortunately for him. So he's got to try and get himself back up the order now. Unfortunately, this race is kind of calming down. We're going to have to last another 28 laps of this. But it should still be a fun one to watch happen. Now, can Lewinsky catch up to Hypes and make that move happen this time round? He's getting closer and closer. He's going to get the DRS down the start-finish straight. He can be close. He will be in a very, very nice position as Chavishul gets a penalty. Hypes actually pulls into the pits. That makes Lewinsky's job much, much easier, and he gets the DRS to help him along. Lewinsky now up 10 places since the start of the race. Night Fever not in P6, he's in P13. There he is. Drop that down now. Well, Hypes come out. He'll come out ahead of Plays, interestingly enough. So, even after pitting, he's still in P6, which is very nice for him. Actually, no, P7, because it glitched. Chavishul is ahead of him. Now, Chavashul just kind of relaxing into this race now, getting into his rhythm. He, after a disappointing quali, is just trying to pick himself back up. He probably will let his teammate by when his teammate catches up for the team game. But he's doing what he's done nearly every race now, just keeping himself in the running and getting himself going. Really? That's a lap Night Fever then as well. Maybe the game has actually put Night Fever in 5th at the moment. Now have to actually make the overtake as is. Yes, he will have to make the overtake as is. Oh, Night Fever's car gets flipped up in the air. Oh, no! Hypes hits it. His Hype's got damage. No, he must have ghosted through it. Must have. Night Fever's game is so glitched. We need to get him to leave. I'm sorry, but Night Fever needs to leave. Because look, he's actually causing contact with Pigs. Pigs actually going to have to make an overtake on him, which is slowing him down. Night Fever needs to be sorted out. Risky's still with that broken car. Driving around. He's looking quite nice at the moment. Just, again, relaxing into the race after a disappointing quali. Going to try and possibly get himself a podium, but P4 might be the limit for him as he gets a penalty as well. But nearly everyone else behind him has also got a penalty, so looking all right at the moment. Players gets a penalty as well now, so 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 all with penalties. 1, 2, 3 without them, and same with 9 and 10 also without the penalties. But I feel it's not actually P9, it's actually P10 and 13 without penalties. Yeah, and Javish will let Hypes through, so that is that done. As Hype sets fastest lap, he is on a mission now. As Night Fever's been glitched up into first place again. This is really, really irritating. Oh no, as now Harvey's coming around to lap Jake. This will be painful for Jake when he sees Harvey behind him, because Jake started in a very nice position. And he's now out of the points and struggling. Will not be happy with himself. As Harvey now with a 7.5 second lead. A very healthy lead indeed. Looking very nice and strong. And really helping himself out here. Smithy actually catching TQ now as well, it seems. So maybe Smithy can make a move for second place. As Lewinsky now pulls into the pits. Possibly the glitch is going to be fixed when he pits. That'd be a shame. Nope, glitch not fixed. They've just changed the broken tyre. It's now a hard. It was a medium. That's really weird. Is he going to drop behind Plays, Lewinsky? He won't want to. It's going to be close. Yes, he will. Will he drop behind Pigs though? Because he's got the closer line round the corner. Yeah, again he will be. As now he doesn't even have the tyre with him. You can see the massive long string. It's no longer with him, he's just got no tyre. Alright, okay, so now everybody up to P9, almost actually, has been lapped. So it's a shame for them. But everyone up to P9 has almost been lapped. And Night Fever almost been double lapped. Lewinsky right behind Pigs Do Fly. He's on the better compound tyre. He's going to try and get past with the next couple laps. He will hope he can. As who's made a mistake? Day Juice has made a mistake there. He caused the yellow flag. He's got any damage? Yes, he has. He's lost his end plates for the left-hand side. Jake making a move on Night Fever. And Night Fever drops back closer to his position now and gets lapped by P9. Whiskey's still going to try and make a move on Pigs. Getting closer and closer every lap that goes by. Still dragging along the... Now Smithy pulls into pits. What tyres will he go on to? He's damaged his front wing, so he's going onto the hards. He's lost his front wing there as Smithy. That will not be the strategy he would have wanted, but he'll stay in P3 and he'll be happy with it because he doesn't lose a single position, so that'll be fine for him. Just a couple of people unlike that doesn't matter. He'll just get more DRS later on. Harvey still looking strong on those mediums. Same with TQ. Still going along quite nicely. Let's have a look at the tyres then. And Lewinsky got past Pigs. The deal is done. And Lewinsky is passed. He's up into P8 now. And still on a vengeance. There's 2 people ahead of him. Still yet to pit. So looking pretty nice at the moment is Lewinsky. But he's got to get a shift on. Who else is shining at the moment? Smithy spun. I thought that was Harvey for a second, but no, Smithy. And he's got Hypes right behind him. Smithy's got to watch out. Oh, Hypes hits a wall. Hypes has hit the wall there. Pushing too hard. Smacks the wall, but hasn't lost any wing, which is lucky for him. And Hypes now has a sniff at the podium. He will want this so badly. He's got a little whiff at it now. He's going to be pushing as hard as he can to hold on to that. If he can make that, if he can make the overtake. So now TQ's pulled into the pits. I think Harvey's going to keep going until he can pull onto the softs, you know. I think he's just going to keep going until he can get onto the softs until the end of the race. Because Hypes took the softs 12 laps. He doesn't have too much longer. He's got a while to wait. So he might have to go onto the hards till the end of the race. Like everyone else. But he's got a massive gap. Back to TQ now. And yeah, now everyone up to P. Jake's actually escaping Harvey now. So everyone up to P10 is lapped. Night Fever double lapped. Hype's now dropping off the back of Smithy. That was his chance, and it's gone. He most likely will not be able to get that podium now. The Whiskey trying to catch up to Plays now. He's right on his back. Plays going to try and hold him back for as long as he can. The Whiskey gets another penalty. That won't help him out. He's pushing so hard at the moment. He's going to try and get through. Play's going to try and hold him back. He's activating the DRS and the ERS. He's going to try and make a move down into turn 1. Play's using his ERS, so not going to be able to make a move is Lewinsky. He's going to have to sit behind for probably another lap, but we'll stay with him just in case he can make a move. Still dragging that tyre along that I think is sat in the pits. There's a tyre sat in the pits that he's dragging along with him for some weird reason. Maybe into Mirabeau. He's sending it down into Mirabeau. He's getting squeezed. He gets squeezed by Plays, and they stay in their positions. They're in each other currently because Plays got ghosted, and Lewinsky lets Plays back through. Harvey has to pit soon. Surely he's going to pit within the next couple of laps. There's no way he's getting those mediums too much longer. He's got to pit now and make sure he reduces the damage because TQ is catching up. Whiskey having to drop off the back of Plays there to make sure he didn't hit the back of him. And Jake on the back of Pigs Do Fly because Pigs Do Fly is in AI mode there and is now just come out of it. Pigs Do Fly pulls in the pits, Jake gets past. He gets a truckload of wheel spin there. He's going to try and make a move possibly into Casino Square here. No. Maybe Mirabeau again. That might be the move he's looking for. No, it's not going to be. Plays takes a defensive line. Maybe the hairpin is the move. No, again, not quite the move for him. He's trying to get himself up into 6th place at the moment. He's trying as absolutely hard as he can, is Lewinsky. As now Plays already decides to defend. Surely it's this time round he's making the move. Surely he can send it. No. Still deciding against it. He knows that Plays is going to pit soon. And he's gone for it now. Plays makes the mistake. And Lewinsky is through at the moment. But he lets him back through. Possibly had to. Because I think Lewinsky just went off the track there. And was forced to give the position back to Plays. Cavendish pulls into pits, and so does Plays. Lewinsky now up into P5. His job now to chase down Hypes if he can. Harvey still not pitting, and now Harvey is lapped P7 and 8. He's flying, is Harvey, in that Alfa Romeo. Harvey now done 21 laps on those tyres. Absolutely ridiculous amounts, that. And he's going to struggle to do any more. And somehow Jake has got past Lewinsky there. Jake must have just made a move on Lewinsky, made it work, and he's through. Jake finding some mid-race pace here. And Pigs has managed to drop it and is down into P10 now. Has he got any damage? No, he's got away with that very nicely. Oh, Lewinsky's out! Lewinsky crashed after a wonderful race so far. He's crashed the thing. And he's out of the race. Ironically, it was the other tyre. It's the one that the game's been saying has been off him the whole time. No safety car, though. Is safety car turned off? There's no way that's not a safety car. Safety car must be turned off. Lewinsky's left. He knows he's made that mistake. And he's decided to leave. Harvey, I think, is going to try and take those tyres until 12 laps to go and try and get those softs to the end. He's trying a risky strategy here, but if it works, he'll take home 26 points. And that will really help him out in the championship. So at the moment in the championship, he is not looking too hot. He is currently... Where is the standings? I do not know where the standings are. Oh, it's probably on the website. Standings. Have a little look where he is then. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, ABEEZ have their own website. It's F1ABEEZ.com. Check it out if you want to. It has loads and loads of data on it about previous seasons and this season. So, yeah, if you want to have a little look, then do. Okay, then, so Harvey currently on 19 points, so not looking too hot, but with a 26 points he is currently going to get, as long as he pits onto the softs and gets fastest lap. Cuba's out as well. Sorry, Cuba is out of the race. Surely that's a safety car now. Surely. There's no way that's not a safety car. Might have just binned it. It's just there. How is that not? Someone must have turned off safety car. Plays, you turned off safety car, you cheeky man. And Hypes has pulled into pits again. His tyres weren't going to make the end of the race. Actually, no, he damaged his front wing. So that means... Is Jake going to get through? It's going to be close. Can Jake overtake Hypes? But Jake is probably going to have to pit himself, isn't he? Unfortunately, he might not be able to. It depends how long Harvey can take those mediums. It's possible that he'll make the end of the race. You never know. Hypes, though, with a 5th place is still a wonderful result for him. Jake will probably have to pit again, so he'll be able to take home a P4, which will really, really help him out even more. He'll get 12 points. And that will solidify himself at the front. Although TQ will catch up a little bit. He won't have the threat of Lewinsky behind as much. Lemon's also not competing. Smithy with a P3 will catch up more as well. And Harvey as well will catch up more. Chavashul again catch up a little. Chavashul will not catch up a little more actually, because he is behind him currently. So Hype's currently looking very, very nice indeed there, even though he will be caught by 1 or 2 people. Somehow Night Fever's overtaken Hype's. Don't know how that's happened. Harvey's barely lost any time to TQ since he pitted. In the last 7 laps, he's lost a second. That's ridiculous. He's lost a single second in 7 laps of the other guy being on new tyres. He's just a monster out there at the moment. An absolute monster on a mission, ready to push himself to the absolute limit. To get this, Smithy's out! Smithy's out the race. And that surely is going to bring out a safety car, or we'll just hand Hypes a podium. Smithy must have hit the inside wall and just glided along there. Yeah, as you can see here, he was just parked in the middle. He must have just hit the inside wall, drifted along, and that is him out the race. So now this is a battle for a podium position. Can Hypes get himself a further podium and keep his streak of being on the podium, I think, in every single race? Let me double check that. I think he's been on the podium in every race. First, second, first. Yeah. If he gets a podium here, he'll be on the podium in every single race so far, which is an absolute massive achievement. And now QWERTY is going to get points because of Smithy's... actually, no, QWERTY was already getting points. Night Fever's going to get points, actually. As RV now pulls into the pits, he's going to get those softs, I would think, till the end of the race now. He's proven he can get those mediums 25 laps. Surely he can get softs a further 13. Yeah, he's gotten to the softs. It's TQ just in Sector 3 as now Harvey's pulling out the pits. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. He's already on the pit exit road as TQ's going through Rascasse. He's already finished the start-finish straight as TQ's starting it. He's got a gigantic lead here. Absolute monster of a lead. And he should keep it as Hype tries to send it. And it spins Jake because Jake decides that he wants to turn in on him. And Hypes will gain that position then from Jake, because Jake did just simply turn in on Hypes. It was a bit of a cheeky move from Hypes, but he did just turn in. Chavashul's out! Chavashul has binned it! He was looking good. He was looking fine. And he's out the race. People just losing their concentrations. That's all it takes, and he's out of the race. And that outdages out a lot. And Plays as well. Plays should be able to come over with a P5 now. He'll be very happy with that. He's not being challenged by Dayjuice at all. Dayjuice is 42 seconds behind him. Whoa, that's a big change in lighting. Hype's now well and truly clear of Jake. Chavashul won't like that, but he is out of the race, unfortunately for him. But his teammate still will be able to get himself a podium, keep his streak of podiums. And, although I said keep his streak of podiums, this will be his worst finishing position this whole season. That's ridiculous. His worst finishing position all season. He's a monster. He's an absolute monster as he sets the fastest lap there. Harvey will now be able to set himself a fastest lap, surely. He's currently up by a massive margin on his time. He set a purple sector 2. So surely this is going to be the time for him. He's just going to be able to set himself a wonderful time. And then take home 26 whole points. That will make a massive difference in the championship. And that's almost a quali time. That's a quali time for a lot of people. And he's done it in a race, which is absolutely ridiculous. Every single person now has got penalties that's actually racing. We've got 3, 3, 6, 3, 6, 6, 9, 3. Oh, has Hype spinned it? Hype's has spinned it! Hypes, who was looking so good, he's binned it. It's disaster for the McLaren team, as Plays will now be able to take home a P4, possibly P3 if Jake has to pit again. That's a major spanner in the works for Hypes' championship challenge. Not that big though, because he will still have a big lead. He'll still take home some good points, but he won't be happy, that's for sure. Right, will he come out? Will he be lapped? Hypes might be lapped. Hypes has been lapped. Hypes has just been lapped. That means that Harvey has now lapped half of the, more than half, or yeah, just over half of the remaining fields. And he'd lapped every single other person who crashed out except from his teammate Smithy. So they've lapped so many people now. And I would assume he'll be able to possibly lap Plays by the end. Maybe even Jake, as Pigs has binned it. Same place as Hypes, Pigs has binned it. And QWERTY will be able to not quite get through, but definitely close that gap. QWERTY will be feeling happy now. He's got less penalties than Pigs. All he's got to do is stay close. And he's got himself some more points there. He'll get himself 4 instead of 2. Actually, no, he won't. He'll get himself 6 instead of 4 because Night Fever is last. And after a tough championship so far for the for Aston Martin, they're now finally on it. They've got 4 points so far, but now with a podium will shoot themselves up more, and that will really help, really help them out. Sorry, they got 8 points so far, so not great, but they're doing all. They're right at the bottom, so they're gonna have to try and pull something out the bag here, which they have. That's exactly what they've done. It is exactly what they've done. They're gonna be feeling good. All Jake's got to do is finish the race now. That's all he's got to do. Jake, though, got to finish the race on these tyres if he wants a podium. If not, Plays is going to steal it off him. He's got to watch himself. I would think that Hypes would actually be able to catch Plays by the end. He is on a much better compounder tyre. He is on the soft. So I would think he'll be able to catch Plays, but we'll have to wait and see. He is catching pretty fast now, his Hypes. So probably be able to get past. Or as he touched the wall there, he won't be able to get past if he keeps on making mistakes like that. But if he can get past Plays, that will be P4 again for Hypes. And then if Jake Caster pits, he will gain that place and be able to get himself a podium again. So he's got to pick up the pace here as Hypes, but it still could, a podium still could be possible. And Night Fever being dropped back down to his actual position again. As QWERTY gets another penalty, that means he's got to be within 3 seconds, not 6 now, of Pigs. Got to watch himself. Yep, Tom could get a podium here. Mr. Plays himself, but again, he's got to watch out. He's got Hypes behind him looking to steal it off him because it looks like Jake will have to pit. Looking at Jake's tyres, if you look, 22 lap old, there's no way he's getting those another 7 laps without them dying off completely. Absolutely no way he's getting those too much further in this race. Have to wait and see though, maybe he can do it, but I don't think he will be able to do it, unfortunately for him. As Harvey has now lapped everyone except from the podium finishers. He is on fire, is Harvey today, absolutely smashing it. Getting himself into amazing positions, and he's 24 seconds in the lead of the race. Now that is a margin and a half. Even if he spins without damage or just gets damage and has to pit, he'll be fine. That's how far in the lead he is. He's smashing this race. He really is. Hypes now, since I said he was going to catch, caught up 3 seconds. He should be able to catch Plays by the end of the race. He's got to hope Plays gets another penalty, because that would help him out a lot. He's got to, but he wants to get past, because he'll want to see whether Jake's tyres are going to drop off ridiculously or not. Also, if Tom wants that podium, he's going to have to pick up the pace as well. It's not going to come easy, and he'll know it. Oh, his Hypes gets really weird through that section there. He has to take a really tight line, which loses him a truckload of time. Now then, Hypes trying to catch up again, put on the pressure, and push himself forwards. It's QWERTY now almost being double lapped here. He's got Harvey quite close behind him in the relative scheme of things. And QWERTY's not too far away from Jake. Harvey not too far away from lapping everyone except from the person who comes second. That'd be ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Harvey just smashing this out at the moment. The VRA supporters will be going wild currently. They'll be very, very happy if Harvey wins. And it's looking like it at the moment. He's got fastest lap. He's in the lead of the race. And he's extending that lead as we speak. 2 seconds since the last time I commented on it. He's really smashing this out. Hypes. He's gaining about a second a lap at the moment. Harris is left finally. He crashed out right at the beginning. And has finally left the session. Why does it feel so much later than 9? Wow. Hypes can now see Plays. He'll be going around the slow corners and just be able to see him. He'll be thinking, come on, come on, come on, come on, I can get there, I can get there, I can get there. And he's catching fast now. In half a lap, he's caught up a second. He's really banging out these laps now. Really, really smashing it. DeJuice in 6th and Jake in 3rd is massive for Aston Martin. I've commented on it already. It's an absolute massive deal for these guys. It really, really help them out in the championship, and will help them solidify some good points and help them get themselves back up in the championship. Because we're halfway through and they've only got 8 points, which is ridiculous, bearing in mind the crazy races we've had. Obviously, they could have had a podium, but DeJuice, I think it was, decided to bin it on the final corner of the final lap at Baku. Hope he doesn't do it again. Let's hope Jake doesn't do that this time round. As now Hypes within a second, 3 tenths or 4 tenths away from Plays. Surely he'll be able to make an overtake, then start charging at Jake. Because Jake is going to be feeling his tyres now. Really, really feeling them. And he'll be in pain with those tyres. Absolute agony. Surely Plays will be able to make the overtake now. Down into the Nervo chicane. No. He's just simply too far back. He'll have to wait. He's so close back to the Plays now, almost touching him. There always Plays gets a massive, massive moment there. Manages to hold it very, very nicely indeed, that. And now, can Hypes make the move? Yes, he can. Surely Plays gets an awful exit. Using ERS and DRS round the outside into turn 1. Can Hypes make it happen? Maybe or maybe not, because Plays driving towards the wall. Plays has kind of driven him into the wall there. Bit ridiculous as Plays gets a penalty. Surely Plays going to give it up now. He's got a penalty. He's surely just going to give it up down into Mirabeau. No. Now, can Hypes make the move this time into the Nervo chicane? Activates the DRS. So does Plays, but Hypes got more of it. So he won't run out. Plays probably will. Down to another chicane. He sends it. Can Blaze hold on this time round? He's looking like it at the moment, but Hypes manages to squeeze himself through, and Hypes takes the place. That's some beautiful, beautiful overtaking there from Hypes as Blaze moves down to P5. Night Fever has somehow binned it, even though he's not even driving, I don't think. I don't know how that's happened. I really don't. As now Harvey is about to double lap QWERTY and Pigs. These guys will be happy. They only have to do a couple less laps, so they'll be happy. But yeah, they won't be extremely happy. They'll feel a bit dejected, but they will be fine. He is so close to lapping Jake, though. So close. What's the penalties like then at the moment? So Blaze has got more than Hypes. He's got to watch himself. Jake now could pit if he wanted to and get out ahead of Hypes. I would think that is the better thing to do. But with only 2 laps to go, it might not be the smart decision. Probably isn't the smart decision, actually. He's on 29 lap hold mediums. Surely Hypes can keep going here and catch up a little bit to him. Surely. Hypes hasn't burnt out his tyres. He's only been on them for 8 laps. So he's got to push and possibly get within that margin. Get within a margin where Jake's tyres, they might explode. And if they do, he'll be able to make something happen. As he gets pushed into the wall slightly there by Blaze. And Blaze is going to try and make a move up. Beau Rivage here. He sends it down the inside towards Casino Square. Hype's trying to hold on. No, he can't. So Blaze back ahead of Hypes. Some wonderful driving here. Blaze has got to hope that Hypes gets another penalty. I think Hypes is now just not going to pass him unless he sees an absolute wonder of an overtaking opportunity. So Hypes got about 10% more ERS here. So surely we'll be able to make something happen. Now he doesn't, because Blaze didn't use it at the start of this straight. Who's got more penalties out of these two then? Oh, Pigs have got 6 seconds more, so... Oh, as Pigs gets really weird, and QWERTY will finally get past the Red Bull driver. As they cross the line to finish the race. That's a wonderful opportunity for these guys, for Harvey to get himself back into the championship. Harvey wins the race then with a 28-second lead. That's a ridiculous lead, that. Absolutely ridiculous. TQ just about to cross the line now. Almost 30 seconds. He's stopping before the line. Oh, he wanted to. He was unlapping Blaze there. But it's Hypes then Blaze. Jake didn't pit. He's got those tyres right to the end of the race. And he will take home a podium unless he crashes. Actually, no, he'll still take home a podium. If he crashes, he'll still take home a podium, I believe. Or will Dayjuice just overtake him and take it from him? I don't think so, actually. So even if he crashes, he'll still have a podium. So that's good for him. Because everyone else is finished. Jake now about to cross the line then. Takes him a podium for Aston Martin. That's a wonderful moment for the team. So close last week. A tyre blowout on the final corner. Dayjuice went spinning into the wall and crashing out. Cost them one. But now they've made up for it with a P3 and a P6. That's a wonderful race and a wonderful result for Aston Martin and also Harvey. Dayjuice gets driver of the day. He started far back, got far up. It was good from him. Alright then, we'll watch this little podium celebration. I'm sure Harvey would kill me if I didn't show it. Then we'll invite them to a party and hear their thoughts on the race. Now that is a good race there. Absolutely amazing. you guys have any questions for the podium finishing drivers, please put in the chat. I'll ask them those questions. Hello, Harvey and Jake. If you could allow your voices for the stream, that'd be amazing. Hello.
Right.
Hello. If you could allow your voice for the stream, that'd be great.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you, mate. Harvey, you also done that?
Hello, hello.
Hello, Harvey. If you allow your voice for the stream, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'll invite TQ again to see if he'll join. Jake, I'll start off with you then. You finished P3. First off, were you expecting to be so high up by the end?
Well, no, since I ran into the back of Cuba as he was spinning, which took me out, and then I also binned as well by myself. So I did not expect to have a podium after 2 bindages, which is pretty mad. And I finally got points in Tier 1, so I'm happy.
Yes, finally. You've done it. You got yourself points. And it's a podium as well. First podium for Aston Martin after being so close last week. It's a wonderful move in the championship as well. Where do you think you can now come in the constructors?
Hopefully not last. That's all I'm hoping for. As long as I stay up, that's all I care about really, because I can't really go back to racing Saturday because I've already got another league. So there you go.
Well, that 15 points will really help you out then, and I hope for your sake that you can stay in Tier 1. We love to see you here. You can produce some wonderful racing, and yeah. How dead were those tyres though at the end?
They wasn't that bad, like 45%.
Really?
Yeah, they were fine.
But you took them like 30 laps. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they were fine. Like this game, for some reason,
Right.
isn't as bad as last game with tyre wear. It's fine.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna have to pit, and it could hand the podium to Hypes or Plays, but no.
Mm.
So you make some strides in the constructors and drivers championship. You got yourself points on the board, and yeah, you're looking pretty good now, and you're a force to be reckoned with.
Mm.
Okay. TQ, if you could allow your voice for the stream.
There we go. I think that should be on now.
Alright, perfect, mate. So it's another P2 for you today, and it's helped you close that gap to Hypes. What does that extra, I think it's 16 points mean to you?
It helps me quite a bit because obviously not being here for 2 races, one DNF at Mexico, is my own fault, and last week couldn't make it, which is unfortunate, but it will help me get a bit extra ahead. But I don't know if I will be catching Hypes or not.
No, he was 53 points ahead going into this race. Obviously, you've closed the gap a little bit, but it's a big gap to close. So
I'm surprised I'm still
got 5
second.
races left.
I'm surprised I'm still second in the championship. I looked the other day. I'm like, how am I still second?
Well, yeah,
I haven't got any
because
points.
Lewiski's had a couple. Yeah, Lewiski's had a bad couple races. As you saw today, crashing out. He could have had a podium, which would have really helped him out, but he didn't. He crashed himself out instead. And Smithy, then afterwards, he crashed himself out as well, unfortunately. But yeah, you're really helping yourself out here and making yourself a real title challenger.
Yep. I just got hands down to Harvey though. He had the pace. It's just against me.
Oh, he really did. His fastest lap was over 2 seconds faster.
Yeah, coming into the race, I was kind of like hoping for a win from coming off last season's win on Monaco. Thinking I could challenge, and Quali kind of, the like, Q3 kept hitting the wall. And then I think that just demotivated me, and then first like 7 laps he was 8 seconds ahead of me. So then I just decided I was running out of fuel, so I just decided for the next 30 laps I'm going to fuel save. That was pretty much my race. So.
And you brought yourself home into P2. It was a great race from you, and you kept yourself out of trouble the whole time, kept to your pit strategy, didn't have to pit for any wing damage, and yeah, got yourself a cool 18 points for the championship.
I did pit for win. I think I did. Yeah, I did pit for wing damage, but that was on my pit strategy anyway.
Oh right.
I was going to come in that lap, and I got wing damage that lap, so.
That's fair enough then.
But it didn't.
Yeah, so
I think
an extra
I thought Smithy would have had me probably. If he didn't, unfortunately spin, he would have had me in the pits.
But he spun and crashed out. So yeah, it's a shame for him. And yeah, so good luck in the next race, TQ. You're looking very strong at the moment.
Thank you.
We'll see what you can do in the next one.
Okay. Thank you.
Harvey.
Hello. Hello.
Now that is
Oh.
what I call a lights to flag victory.
Oh.
31-second win. How?
I'm sweating.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was actually going to be my first. That was going to be. I was thinking about asking you that. How sweaty are you currently? Is it full on dripping? Or is it
Pretty
just a little
much,
bit of
yeah.
it? Okay. How was the race though for you? Was it? I'm sure it was painful, but how painful?
I was focusing on just getting a good start. I got the good start. I pulled out like a second and 2 laps, and I was like, alright, I'm just gonna try and pull on this. And then it got to like lap 20, and I forgot I put in less fuel, so I was like, oh shit. I had to like just fuel save the entire time. And then I ended up getting wing damage on mediums. I was gonna pit the hards. Then I was like, oh, I'll give it a lap and I'll see how much TQ can gain on me with wing damage. He gained like a second in like 5 laps, and I was like, oh, I'll just go until lap 26, which is when I was supposed to come in.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
it was just from there. It was just on the softs. You're not going to catch up from there.
It's been a long time coming, this win, hasn't it? We've had a couple of close calls.
Yeah.
The first one I can think of, the first one that comes to mind is Abu Dhabi.
Oh
The
my
win,
god.
if you were just more patient.
Yeah.
It's all about patience there, and you weren't. So you tried to go 3 wide, and you were the one who came out badly. Barely scored points in that one. You've not been doing too great since. It's probably knocked your confidence a little bit.
Yeah.
A good race yesterday in esports.
Yeah.
And a brilliant race today to get yourself into an amazing situation.
Yeah.
To get yourself 26 whole points.
Yeah.
And put yourself back into a title challenge.
I just checked. Safety car is on standard. How was there not a safety car?
Yeah. Seriously, how is there not a safety car? I said that multiple times. Surely someone's turned it off, but they haven't.
Oh.
It was really a lights to flag victory for you. You made it boring, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you made it calm for yourself.
Oh, it wasn't
Made
boring
it-
for me. I
you
was
made it,
shaking the entire
you
time.
made it relaxed. Yeah. You made it relaxed for yourself, and
Yeah.
you calmed yourself down. You didn't spin in the race, which was good.
No.
You didn't crash in the race.
I had a few
So,
close
well
calls
done for
though.
that.
When I was like lapping people, like the ghost is so it's not like it's too visible. I couldn't see where I was going, so I just smacked into the wall like 3 times and lost my wing.
I just want to ask a question. Did you see Lewiski's glitch?
Yeah. I don't know how that happened.
His tyre was
Yeah.
knocked on the car. It was amazing to watch. It really, really was. I'm sure it was distracting for you and probably for him as well,
Yeah.
if he could see it. Which might have been why he crashed. Actually, it was probably a bit too distracting. But anyway, it's taken him out of the. It's taken him a bit further back in the championship.
Yeah.
And you've helped yourself up massively with 26 whole points. It's a massive result for you. You really, really needed this.
Yeah.
You've got 5 races to go. Do you think you can win the championship?
No. Let's aim
Come on,
for
man, have some
second
faith.
here, and then we'll try again next season. But he's too far ahead. Even now he's got a podium. I had like the best race I've ever had, and he got a podium. It's pointless,
Who? Hype?
Yeah.
Hype didn't get a podium.
didn't he?
No. He got 4th.
Still, that's only 14 points I got
Yeah.
on him.
He had his worst race of the season.
Yeah, he's like-
came 4th.
He's still gonna be like
That's-
60
he's-
points
that's-
ahead.
yeah.
Mad.
Apart from he was 53 before, TQ's closed the gap by 6 points. So yeah, it's a big gap to close.
Yeah.
But it is possible still. So we'll see whether you can do it or not. But yeah, good luck in the next 5 races. Hopefully you don't spin.
Yeah.
And yeah, just have some fun with it as well, mate. Don't be too tense.
Yeah.
And enjoy this one. Really, really enjoy this one.
I will.
Start partying. Yeah, well done to every single person who managed to finish this race today. It's a very, very hard race. It's a really, really good job just to finish it, let alone get points. Just finishing is an achievement in itself. So congratulations to everyone who did finish the race, and especially the podium finishers. Jake, who came through some disappointing moments to get that podium today, and TQ managing to close the gap to Hypes, and finally Harvey with the win. 26 whole points for him. He'll really, really be helping himself out here. So good luck to all of the drivers in the next race. I won't be commentating the next race, unfortunately. I'm taking a 1 week break, then we'll be back for the week after. But yeah, I will. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the for round 7, and Matty will be with you for round 6. So thank you very much for watching, guys.